Greetings, gamers! It is I, Gamer Monster, and all the little monsters are taking a nap at the same time, which means that I have time for a video! And so today we're going to take a look at Dragon Quest Tact, a fairly new game. Came out just a few days ago. I've been playing through and getting an idea of how this thing works, and so we're going to go through it and take a look. As in most gacha games, the most primary thing that you have to concern yourself with is going to be combat. And this is a tactics style game, and so let's take a look at how combat works. Okay, we'll go up to the story and we'll do basically the last episode I finished. We'll turn battle prep on and embark. Okay, now, other tactics style games like War of the Visions have a tendency to be fairly complicated. This game has a tendency to be a little bit kind of in between, because you also have the really simple ones like, say, Fire Emblem Heroes, where it's more about maneuvering than anything else. This game does have a simpler style of combat. Each of your monsters only has a couple of abilities, and movement is more important. However, you do still have things like weaknesses and buffs and debuffs and things like that as well. So I personally find it to be kind of in between. Let's turn auto off before I get battle going here. And like most games, you can set up your party how you want to in the beginning to see how you want to do things. Okay, let's move my sorcerer guide there, and actually, let's move him over here. I think that's going to be good. So start off the battle. Each of your monsters has the variety of stats you come to expect, things like attack and defense, and in this case, wisdom instead of intelligence for spells, and then move. Most of my monsters, I only have a move of 2. I don't have a lot of fast ones, although my ghost there does have a pretty good movement. So we'll just move up here, and you can either wait, which means basically end your turn. I'm not enraged to fight anybody, but I can use my chilly breath. However, the slime will only take half damage from it because it's strong against ice, but I'm still going to use it anyway, just to go ahead and get some damage in. And my king slime doesn't have any ranged abilities other than a silent spell. And same thing with my killer machine, so they're just going to have to wait. However, my ghosty here, let's equip Zam. And now you'll notice that I can select these monsters even though they're not in range. And if I do, I'll move up to where I'm supposed to be to use my attack. However, I'm going to switch over to Zamel so I can actually kill this slime here. There we go. Enemy turn order is based off of agility. Well, I forgot about that one on the side there. However, I want to do Sizz, which is an area attack. No, let's do that. Yeah, there we go. That'll get both of them there. Didn't do a lot of damage, but at least I got the attack off on 2 guys. All right, so move over here in Chilly Breath so I can hit both of them. Chilly Breath still does a decent amount of damage even when they're strong against it, because that's one of my S rank monsters. And you know what? From here on out, I'm just going to hit auto, just let the game finish things out. So that way you can see kind of how combat goes. It's pretty straightforward, but engaging enough that when you need to, you can actually take over and actually control your monsters to a fair degree. Most of the fights I've been able to auto so far, but not all of them, which is good. Shouldn't be able to auto every single stage. Okay, get some experience points and some rewards, and as usual, each stage has oh, here we go. I can talk about this now. I already have a great saber cub that I've recruited. Every time another one pops up like this, you see that bar on top of it starts to get filled up. When the bar fills all the way up, they awaken and get another stage of awakening, which of course gives them things like stats or maybe some new abilities and things like that. And that's how the dupes work in this game. Obviously, your lower rank monsters are going to be much easier to acquire than your higher rank, such as that Great Saber Cap. It's only a D rank monster, but I got a free one just for completing that stage. Whereas your S ranks are pretty much going to be in the gacha. All right, well, that's how combat flows and works in this game. There are various different modes. That was obviously the storyline, which, if you're ever familiar with any of the side Dragon Quest games, they have a tendency to be fairly lighthearted in their stories. And this one is no exception, at least so far. Even the mainline games can have a decent amount of humor and lightheartedness to them, although they also do take on more serious subjects as well. But in any case, there is an event going on right now where you get special bonuses, basically for beating easy monsters. That's game launch celebration. I have no idea what this bottom one is. But you have your dailies, which gives you experience, gold, and then master materials, which I'll talk about master abilities in a little bit. You can farm for rank up materials, which ranking up is different than awakening. Rank up is you use materials to get stat boosts. Equipment, there's various different types of equipment. From what I can tell, monsters can equip any type of equipment you want, but each type of equipment does something different. Like, staves specialize in giving you bonus of wisdom, whereas swords give you plus hit points and plus attack, things like that. And then you can also upgrade your monster's abilities. Obviously, I have not unlocked that yet. And then there's also Battle Road, which is from what I understand, is a fairly important game mode because it can get you some pretty good gear, and it requires you to use certain monsters for certain stages. Obviously, as you can see, I have not unlocked it yet, so I can't give you the exact details, but and of course, being the launch of the game, you're going to get some bonuses, although compared to other gachas, they didn't really exactly shower us with goodies. They do give you a free 3,000 gems, which is what it takes to do a summon, and there is a one-time only reset summon, so to speak. Basically, it's a 10-time summon that you can just keep hitting the re-roll button over and over and over again until you get what you want, which is how I ended up with 2 S rank monsters that I liked. Killer Machine here and the Great Dragon you see wandering around in the background. The rest of my roll wasn't really great, but those were 2 of the S ranks that I really wanted, and I had been re-rolling for hours and was sick of it, so I stuck with them. But there's also a special login bonus, and you have your beginner missions here, which is pretty standard stuff, and gives you a free S rank scout voucher. So we'll be, once I finish that up, I'll be getting another S rank. There's a couple other things here. You have Tact points, which you get for doing various things like leveling up monsters or recruiting extra monsters and upgrading abilities and things like that, and it gives you points. You can also use real world money to get a better version of it with the metal card down here. As you can see, you get a lot more points per category, but it does cost real world money, and these last only 1 week for each card. There is also a subscription of sort, this passport here, and usually I actually kind of like these kind of things like this, but this one, yeah, not so much. All it does is unlock very fast speed, which is cool, and then gives you an extra attempt on your daily XP and gold quests per day. That's it. This is something that should cost like 99 cents for the month. Instead, it's $4.50. Yeah, that's not worth it. Prices for gems is fairly standard, with a 10 pull costing $24, which in my opinion is still ridiculous, but it has become kind of industry standard at this point. Now, as far as all the different things you can do with your monsters, I've already mentioned ranking up, awakening, and upgrading ability. There's also the equipment that you can equip, and you can also learn abilities as well. I haven't gotten any ability scrolls yet, so I can't do that. Master rank is also a separate thing that you can do. Basically, each of your monsters falls into one of these categories. Obviously. And as you basically increase your ranks with the different categories by collecting and upgrading monsters from that family, you get perks that you can then apply to all of the monsters in that family. I don't have any yet, so we'll go back. And your party can consist of 5 monsters, and they range in rank from S all the way down to, I believe it's F. Here, we'll take a look real quick here. I need to cancel out my sort. There we are, rank. Yeah, S, A, B, C, D, E, and F. So far, the only healer I have is this little heal slime who's in the E rank, so I haven't really used him yet. Haven't really needed it yet either, although there have been a couple of fights with healing would have been nice. So all sorts of different monsters. Obviously, like I was saying earlier, the lower ones are a lot easier to get and to rank up, whereas the S ranks are much harder to get and rank up. But okay. There is, of course, also the various shops that you can do. You can spend your gold. Those tact points you get to spend that on various things. There's mini medals and everything. And as you can see from here, there is a difference between paid gems and regular gems. Another kind of industry, maybe not standard, but fairly common thing that is not so much fun. But that is really basically the game. There is an arena, which I haven't unlocked yet, so there is PvP of some sort. But really, the game just consists of your usual collecting, upgrading, and fighting. But so far, it's been pretty enjoyable. And to end out this video, we're going to go ahead and go to our scout here. This is a paid scout, so I have to go on. Whereas they do give you that reroll ability at the beginning of the game, which is awesome, they're not so forthcoming on gems. I've had to go basically almost all the way through Chapter 4 before I've been able to acquire enough gems for another 10 times Scout. And then on top of that, their pity system requires 10 rolls to get all the way to a guaranteed S rank. Yeah, It's going to be kind of rough. The rates are only 3% for an S. Now, it is a 12% for an A, and A's are going to be pretty good. And then you can't get lower than a C, at least, which is good, but still. So let's go ahead, and I'm going to roll on this here killing machine scout. So that way I'm hoping that I might be able to get another copy of killing machine, so that way I can awaken him. But we'll find out what happens here. Yes, 10 times scout. Yeah, I know. I'm spending 3,000 gems. I know. Okay, get my stamp. Get a single gold scroll for experience points, which it's going to be a lot of experience. Don't get me wrong, but still, it's kind of a whatever. Okay. All right. We'll let the whole animation play out. See what we got here. Okay, so that's an awful roll. There's only one A rank or higher. Maybe it'll end up being an S. We'll find out. Yeah, so you got 10 awakening points because I got another copy. And you also get your Mindini medals from here, which you can spend in the shop. All right, a new monster, well, C grade monster. Okay. New B grade. Yeah, I'm not using that one. That's goofy looking. That's one of the problems with, okay, is this A rank? Yeah, it's going to be an A rank. Oh, Bone Baron. That's pretty cool, though. Some of the monsters in the Dragon Quest series, some of them are, like, really cool, and then other ones are like, okay, that's, who came up with that one? Dragon. Okay, that's and they also have very punny names a lot of times. So, okay, if you're gonna give me a whole bunch of junk, at least give me like a B grade healer or something like that. That would be like really nice. Come on now. Sometimes the UI is a bit slow in this game. Makes you wait for things. All right. Yep. Got the medals for awakening. Man of War. Don't know if that's actually a healing unit or not. It's also C grade, but okay. So that was a fairly disappointing pull. Only 1 A grade and 3 B grades. The rest of them were all C's. Yeah, but that's why I re-rolled for hours to make sure I got a couple of good S ranks. Well, there we go. That is Dragon Quest Tact. And why they didn't finish out the tactics in the game in the name, I have no idea, but whatever. So if you like this video, be sure to give me a good thumbs up and hit that subscribe button for more. And thank you so much for watching. And until next time, laters.